I realized that this was beyond anything I expected. It was so detailed, the way it was laid out. It was just like going to college. I actually called it like the master's degree in trading. But then the best part of it is not just the course itself, but the community around the course. I don't know that that happens in other trading communities.
Hello, Hugh. Thank you for joining me on the Trader Spotlight today. I'm Tom Leung, your instructor on the Expert Trader course. Today, we will talk about your experience with the course and share with the other students and anybody considering joining our program. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. Well, so I would like to ask you a couple of questions. So first one, how long have you been part of the program?
I actually joined Stock Navigators in December of 2021, but I didn't start with the course, doing the course material until January, like mid-January. So that's how long I've been.
So how did you find out about our program?
Actually, I found out about it, I think through Instagram. I kept on seeing this ad pop up and I would just get rid of it. And I think after 5 times I saw it pop up, I said, let me click on this and see what it's about. Because I would listen to the video at first. And I say, oh, it's just another trading program, somebody trying to sell a course. And after listening to the video, I said, you know what, let me click on it and see what they're about. And then I went to the website and looked it up. And I said, okay, let me fill this out and get that intro session and then hear what they have to say. And after watching that, I said, okay, someone contacted me. And I was like, that was quick. And so after the conversation, I wanted to know a little more. And the person who contacted me, he actually, because of the questions I was asking, he said, I could actually show you, if you have a Zoom link, I could show you what our setup looks like. And after he showed me, I said, wow, this is in depth. This is more than I would have expected out of a program. And I said, all right, give me a few days to think about it. And then I'll contact you again. And that's what I did.
Very good to hear. And what inspired you to get into trading? Can you give me a little bit?
Sure. So, and this is from way back around 2017, 2016, 2017, I started digging into crypto. And I wanted to learn more about Bitcoin and what it was about. But I was buying stocks before that and just picking stuff at random, just watching the news and, trying my luck. And there are a few different programs I would follow or websites I would follow and get their news. And, that's how I started buying stocks. But that was outside of my 401k. But then I think in 2016, I said, no, I need to become a more active investor and figure out how to actually invest. But when I got into crypto, I would just learn how to buy the coins on the different platforms because it wasn't as developed as now. But then when I started hearing people talk about trading the coin, I said, how do you really trade? And then I would, join with other people in the community, and then we would get signals from YouTube, and I'm looking at these platforms. I'm like, I don't know what all this means, and just putting in trades on a platform that I had no idea what I was doing. And I said, nah, I need to learn how to trade. So even while I was working, I would hear people talk about options. I'm like, what is that? And I had just no idea. And they would say, oh, I could make so much money doing this, and I missed out on that opportunity. But me buying stocks, I was always shopping for stocks, but still not knowing the whole concept of when to buy or when to sell, or if it's long term, you do this, or when to get in. And there's a right time to get in and a wrong time. So I would make a ton of mistakes. I came to find out later. And so I said, you know what? I was overseas for almost over 10 years. And when I came back, I couldn't work right away because I had a surgery. And while I was recovering from that, I said, you know what? Maybe this is the right time to learn how to trade now that I have the time. and I couldn't really go back to work right away. So when I did see the ads again, and I decided to go with it, that's when I said, okay, I'm gonna use this time to do that. And that's how it came back full to decide to learn how to trade.
So when you start trading, you have no idea what you're doing. You just go and buy because the people tell you to buy, or the market
Pretty much.
new out there tell you to buy. So
Pretty
you
much.
get blindly and then just trade it without understand where they are heading to, right?
I did have some luck in like the first stock I bought for myself. I did have some luck with that because I looked at the company and I said, there's no way this can be so low. Because it was American Airlines and it was like around 2012. So it was shortly coming off of the crash of 2008, 2009. And it was like less than $1 for a share. So I bought a bunch of shares and just to watch it go all the way up to about $55. But that was luck. That was pure luck. So, but I had no idea. I didn't know what a candle was. I didn't know that the candles tell you a story. And that they had meaning behind them.
And finally, you make a decision to join Stock Navigator to learn about expert trader course. And can you give me? I love to hear about your trading journey. We have been the most valuable experience being a part of the program. So you can tell me a little bit.
So what I've come to find out, and after I joined the course and started taking the classes in the expert trading course, I realized that this was beyond anything I expected. It was so detailed, the way it was laid out. It was just like going to college. And I actually called it like the master's degree in trading because it was so detailed. There were concepts and things that I never heard of or never knew existed that you would need to learn to become a trader. And the more I dug into it, the more I got intrigued, and I was sold even more so. But then the best part of it is not just the course itself, but the community around the course. So you take the course, you're encouraged to go through everything before even trying to trade. I mean, that part of the course, it tells you how to use the platforms that they mainly use, but that you mainly use. But even so, when you get on the Q&A sessions, the active trader sessions in the mornings, the community itself within Discord, and how everybody tries to help each other and meet them where they at, and make sure nobody's left behind. I find that the most valuable because I realized if I were to just take the course and then try to do it on my own, I don't think I would have learned as much in such a short time if I didn't have the community behind me as well. So that's what I found most valuable. And I said, I don't know that happens in other trading communities, because from what I saw in the other ones that I looked in and what other people have told me, they don't get the same treatment.
I totally agree with you. In terms of trading, it sounds easy, but it's not easy. You know that, right? It doesn't matter where you go, you learn the material, you learn the technique. But at the end of the day, if you stay there by yourself, nobody support you, you don't have a community to get involved. Any question you can ask, and then a lot of people, they can share idea, they can support each other so that we can learn together and grow together every day. That's the crucial to become a successful. Otherwise, no matter you go to seminar for 7 days, 10 days, you go home, you forgot it. And then you never be able to get hold of anybody to support you. That's why over here, right, you see that we have a great community. We have a mentor daily. We have a recap, a daily section. We can go over what we trade, and we have a live trade every single day with students side by side, right? We are not yet talking, or we analyze the chart after the fact. We trade live, like today. We
Today was
stay
phenomenal
for the whole day. Doesn't matter market go up or down, we stay there. We will stick with our members so that we can see how we do it, how we trade live. to be interactive with the market. That's where you learn. Otherwise, it's tough, right? It's not easy.
And I completely agree with that, because it's one thing to even trade in sim, and you're encouraged to trade in sim for a while before you even touch a live market. And even when you touch a live market, start small. There's no rush. Just like the market will always be there. And it's not even so learning how to trade, but also the mindset that goes behind trading. Like if you don't have your mindset right,
Yeah.
the philosophy of it all, and the psychology when coming to trading, I don't think you'd find success, because it's not just clicking the button, clicking the mouse and taking a trade. If your mind's not right and you don't develop that mindset and understand the mindset that it takes to trade, and I found that to be so valuable, because in Stock Navigators, you guys teach us that and let us know how important that is, because trading is not just technicals. It's not just how to read a chart. It's not just putting indicators on a chart. If your mindset's off, it's going to reflect on your chart.
That's
And
correct.
I've had those days. I've had those days.
Well,
So
I'm glad that you joined our course. So what is your ultimate goal with trading for you? Can you give me your thought?
My ultimate goal is, one, to become proficient enough, consistent, where I could do this for the rest of my life. Because I find that my job before, I'm always in front of a computer anyway. So I said, if I'm working a regular job based on what I do, most likely I'm going to be in front of a computer. But why not do it doing something for myself? And the fact that I'm loving trading as much as I am, I find that this I could use for as long as I want, no matter where I am in the world. It's mobile. That's what I love about it. You learn the skill, focus on the skill, learn it well enough where you become consistent and you can provide for yourself, your family, or whatever other goals you have outside of a weekly, monthly, or daily income. You can do that. It's possible, and I've seen it.
Very good. I know that trading is a bumpy road. When you just start, definitely it's not easy. But what kind of challenges did you have while trading, and how did you get through the challenges? I know that you get stuck at the beginning, and certainly you maybe turn around and then you be able to see it clear. Definitely, a lot of challenging on the road. But can you show me how you overcome those things? How you see what the challenge is, and how you overcome those challenges to become a successful trader?
So first, one of my biggest challenges, a couple of them was, one, the discipline and patience. Patience. One, you got to give yourself grace.
Always, yeah.
You got to be patient with yourself and focus on learning the skill and not what the P&L is going to look like. Because if you don't develop the skill the right way, it doesn't matter what you do, the P&L won't reflect that, or it will reflect how poorly your skill is. And that's what I find was challenging, is being disciplined, knowing there are days when I had 20 plus trades and I was like, what am I doing? This is crazy. Because then I would lose half of them or more than half of them, and I'll still not be profitable that day. And I'm like, this is crazy. But then other people would have one or two trades and I'm like, we're trading the same chart. What do you see that I'm not seeing? And how? And I realized, one, it was the mindset behind the discipline, trying to catch every move instead of sitting back, relaxing, being patient, wait for the right setup, trading according to your plan. There's so much that goes into trading on a daily basis. But if you take those proper steps the way we're taught, and you just be patient with yourself and with the market, you will get rewarded. That's what I find that's what was challenging for me and where I was having issues. But now I'm getting a lot better at all that stuff.
Yeah, at the beginning, I see that you are very aggressive and you trade left and right, but finally you calm down yourself, you're able to control you take less trade and you select a quality trade, that those kind of stuff, it make you become a better trader. I'm
That's true.
very glad you're doing that. Yeah.
The other thing I like is that we're encouraged to share our charts, no criticism. It's only for feedback, so others can help point out where you might have made a mistake in entry, the setup, what you're seeing or what you're not seeing. And I love that because it's like on-demand feedback, so to speak. So you're able to learn from your losses or your mistakes and make adjustments on the fly in a day's time or a few hours, a few minutes, and go from there. And in trading, I don't call the losses, I call them lessons, because with every loss, especially now that I've evolved as a trader from when I first started, I'm able to identify, yep, I made that mistake, but I know why I made the mistake. Or even if the setup was right, I could understand, okay, this is what the market was doing at the time, and maybe I didn't see it the right way. So it's easier for me to learn from those mistakes as opposed to being lost and not knowing why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So
Okay, very glad to hear that. So what are your next step to your trading journey?
next step is still develop my skills, because that doesn't stop. Become more consistent and still tweak the little things that I find that I have success in, like the patterns that I love. And I could identify by just looking at a chart because I've made so many mistakes with them. Now they become a part of my trading DNA, and take those to the next level. There's still a lot to learn in this. So next steps is getting more consistency in trading and then scale up. Like instead of trading just one contract, trade 2 and 3, and then, switch to a bigger chart. I say I still trade the MES, which is, the micro S&P 500, because I feel like even though I'm becoming more consistent, I'm not ready to scale up yet. I still want to work on my skill set, and then I'll push the limit to where I feel I could go.
Oh, thank you for sharing sharing to me your story. So, what would you say to potential students who are not sure whether they are not to sign up for the program, or anything that you can tell them so that they will know?
I would say, do yourself a favor and check out Stock Navigators. That's what I did for myself, and I haven't been disappointed. If you're struggling with your trading or used to trade years ago, I've noticed that even some students come in the community and they said, yeah, I used to trade 20 years ago. I used to be trade 5 years ago, but I wasn't successful. And then they come in and right off the bat, they could see the difference in what they're learning and how they're being taught. And they love the community. The community is the biggest part of why you'd find success in Stock Navigators. And I can't express that enough. But the one thing I can assure you, this is not a get rich quick overnight thing. You have to put in the work. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some discipline. It's gonna take patience. And I'm gonna stress that again, patience. And eventually it will pay off. But this is the place to be. And if I had to do it again, I would definitely join Stock Navigators.
Well, so I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me today. It's always a pleasure that we can chat with students who have been go to the program and have effort to learn how to trade. It's not easy to do this, but the one who willing to do it, okay, will be successful in the long run. So please keep your good work, and I would like to catch up with you again in the future. Also, that I heard that you have been more involved with the students in the community and helping other students to become successful also. So I would like to say thank you very much for your support and help the other student, new student or existing student, they want to learn more. This thing is the blessed, because without those people like you or the other senior member to help the community, we cannot grow. So, but with a lot of effort, a lot of support from your guy, our community is growing so fast, and then a lot of people really appreciate that, because when people get involved in trading, they don't even know how to set up a computer, they don't know how to set up a program, they don't know where to start. But your guy make it so big difference, and everybody love it. We have a lot of positive feedback from our members. So I would like to thank you very much for your contribution. Again, keep up with your good work, and good luck in your trading, and hope to catch up with you another time.
Definitely, and thank you, Tom, for having me.
Take care.
It's a pleasure.